All right, so I've pushed light, so you can just start now. Okay, I'm going mute.
Hi everyone, welcome to this session. And today we have with us Dr. Ankita Dhelia from Panchkarma Art of Living Center in Bangalore. She's the president for the Wellness and Healing Center here. So welcome, Dr. Ankita. And they say that spine is the backbone of our life, literally the backbone. And in this day and age of desktop jobs and long hours of sitting in front of computers, it really takes a hit. So today we are here to learn from her some nuances for life. So Dr. Ankita, apart from being the osteopath and taking care of the wellness center, she also loves to learn a lot of new healing techniques. And today she'll be sharing, I think most of you have seen her videos on our other sessions and you've enjoyed her tips. So today we'll be learning with her about the spine. So, hi, Dr. Ankita, and let's just, yeah.
Hi, Shikha. Thank you for a very, very modest introduction. Yeah.
Dr. Ankita, let's just start with the basics. Let's, if you can help us understand why is spine so important?
Yeah. You just mentioned it actually. See, there is a reason that it is called the backbone. Where do we use the word backbone, or how do we use the term spine in general? If I'm not referring to the body, many times we say, oh, this person is the backbone of the foundation. Or this particular thing, such and such thing is the backbone of the something with the big picture. Or we use terms like, what a spineless man, or doesn't he have the spine to do that? We generally tend to use the word backbone or spine to be the foundation of everything. And very rightly so. If you go back to the womb, where to the beginning of us, where the sperm and egg met and they just made from those two cells, they became that one big cell, the zygote, that became 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and it was just multiplying. It would have just been a big ball of cells, right? But if you look at yourself and myself, we are kind of beings who have a length bigger than a width, hopefully. We have a front, a back, we have a right, a left, a top and bottom, which is well defined. You and I know when I say top of a person, bottom of a person's, right of a person, left of a person, these are well defined things. And that cell, when it is just growing, it is just a ball of cells without any differentiation. The very first identifiable structure to form, it forms from the primitive streak notochord. I won't get into that. But you can say that spine is something which is the first noticeable structure. That notochord is only present in between in our discs in the spine as we grow up. But it is the first identifiable structure. It gives us a form. It gives us a top, a bottom, a right and left. And around it, all of our formation happens. When we do the CST program, the craniosacral therapy program in ashram, we have a whole seminar which is dedicated to the midline. How the midline is important, how different types of midlines are there, and how the spine is so important. So very rightly, it is the backbone, it is the foundation around which you and I have developed, you and I have got our shape and form. Our whole development happens around it. Most of the, in the beginning, the disorders that would even come, they also come with the spine, brain and all. It is something that is literally our main keystone along which everything is formed. Our formation depends on it. This is why it is so important. And a lot of healing modalities, if you say, they are based on the spine. If you see chiropractic, it is also based on the setting of the spine. Our Meru Chikitsa, it is based on how the energy flow happens to the spine. The craniosacral therapy, it is the cranium is the top end of the spine, the sacrum is the lowermost end of the spine, and how the flow of fluids, how the movement of bones happens in this line. Just by working through the spine, we can bring about a very positive change in the whole body. So spine is literally our foundation.
Right, that makes sense. So I think the next obvious question is, what should one do to keep the spine healthy?
Yeah, the spine, especially because of COVID, where the movement was stuck for so long for so many people, and a lot of us were reduced to either the phone or the laptop, desktop, whatever. So we were also used to lack of movement, and which came up with a lot of issues like a fixed forward head posture where the head was like that, or sitting for too long, so the spine being like that, or being couch potatoes watching television, having nothing else to do, so having a very bad slouched and a hunchback. So all of this obviously again comes with our spine, which is supposed to have certain natural curves. So the best thing for the spine is movement. If there is no movement, the spine also tends to get a little stuck at some places, tends to get a little, inflexible at some places, stiff at some places. It becomes, I was just meeting someone, a patient of mine today, who came with a little thing with the lower back and would say, your upper back, the thoracic back, it is just like a bamboo. It doesn't move how it should move. So what we have to do is movement, being active. And the spine requires a little bit of controlled movements. See, when we move our elbow, this is very interesting. When we move our elbow, if I ask you, how do you move your elbow? It's a very natural movement, right? Whether I move my wrist or not, I can still move my elbow. Whether I move my shoulder or not, I can still move my elbow. But with the spine, that doesn't happen. The spine, it is made up of 33 different pieces of vertebra. Of course, some of them are fused together, but it's individual lot of vertebrae. And even if you turn your head or you turn like that, you are not moving just one vertebra. You are moving them it's a sequential movement of a lot of vertebra. While walking, they move in a different manner. While turning the head, while bending, they all move little by little by little. It's not that just one vertebra is moving like that, like how you move your elbow when you side bend. It's a big column and they all move together, individual pieces. So we have to do a lot of movements, a lot of controlled movements and different type of movements so that every segment of the spine can be moved. Many times we tend to get stuck, okay, let me move my neck, let me move my lower back, because that is the problem, that is the area where we feel the problem more. This middle portion stays totally neglected for a lot of people until you become totally hunched and then you realize, oh, what am I supposed to do with that? So main thing that we can do with the spine is movement, controlled movement, and movements that will allow whole of the spine, all the segments of the spine to sequentially move in different manners.
Great. That's a great insight, I think. I never thought of it that, even to move the spine, it is so different than other parts of the body.
Yeah.
A lot of people have spine issues these days. What do you think can be the probable cause, if we can understand the cause of the problem, and, that can help us deal with spinal problems too?
Yeah, see, most people, of course, there can be injuries and accidents, they are different. But most people nowadays who suffer from spine issues is because of a very, very poor posture or a very bad lifestyle or a very bad lifestyle. If we are sitting for long, if we are absolutely sedentary with our lifestyle with no movement, like I told you, my teacher used to say motion is lotion. So motion is lotion for the spine. Yeah, movement is medicine for the spine. So the spine requires movement. If our lifestyle doesn't allow us too much movement, we have to incorporate, you can put in certain apps, certain alarms, which will allow you, which say buzz on the hour every hour. And at that time, if we are sitting, we just move around and we do a little bit of movements here and there. Do random movement, just keep moving here and there. That also works. Our spines are so forgiving. Any movement you do, they'll kind of, move. And like I told you, spine doesn't do isolated movement of one vertebra. Everything moves. So even when I'm moving my head, I am impacting my lower back also. It's never that I'm moving just one region. So first is lifestyle, which is a problem. The sedentary lifestyle, which doesn't allow people to move. be stuck at one place. Or sometimes our environment is such where we can't move too much. In offices there is such little space that a person doesn't have too much freedom to keep moving around in between meetings and all of that. So lifestyle is one thing, and second is a poor posture. A lot of us, posture is not just how we sit. Okay, this person sits slouched, so it's a bad posture. No, posture is how we stand, how we sit, how we walk, and how we lie down. All four are postures. While standing, I would like to just give these little tips here for our awareness. While standing, notice how we are standing, how we are standing. Are we standing just on one leg? Is the weight most of the times on one leg? You'll notice most people stand, some people, they have the habit of putting the hand like this, and they are on one side. So the entire weight goes on one leg, right? Do we have the habit of constantly doing this while standing? Then what happens? The heels of the toes, instead of having on the heels, the pad of the toes, the heel of the toes, there a lot of weight goes. Or we stand totally on the heel, a little bent back. All that affects our jaw, our whole gravity line. While sitting, do we sit on one bum, one buttock sitting? A lot of people do that. The weight is more on one hip. A lot of people tend to sit a little crooked. Yeah, you just changed. I just saw you move in your chair, fidget in the chair. But did you realize you were sitting on one hip more?
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, on your right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just taught me.
Yeah. And this is the beauty with the body. With awareness, the correction automatically happens. You don't have to make an effort to correct it. The moment we are aware, the correction will automatically come. Right? When we walk, how do we walk? Do we drag our feet? Do we put our feet like we are marching? Is there a heel strike first? Along with the heel strike, does the other toe go up? Do our hands move together? What is the biggest problem these days? A lot of people walk. We have done this walk while you talk, but we walk like this. So what is happening? I am having only one arm swing. I am bent to one side and I am walking in that crooked manner. Or we have bag on one side, so bend on one side and we are walking, one side arm swing is gone. So is the arm swing there? So many aspects are there. While lying down, do we sleep in all possible positions, or there are certain particular ways how we should sleep? So every single thing is posture, not just how you sit. Are you slouched or not? Do we keep sitting like that? Even a lot of people, you'll notice, even when you have to listen to something intently, even if you're not watching, people automatically go like that, because we are so used to being in this is called a fixed forward head posture. Then there is something called, some people will walk with that tummy out in a weird manner, which is because of a tilt in the pelvis. And it's not because of one day. Spinal issues, they are said a long standing bad habit and one mistake. You had a long standing bad habit for a long time, and one day you picked something heavy and you coughed, finished. Right? So it's not that one injury or one little jerk made your spine pop like that. Our bodies are not so fragile. The bodies are super hefty. The amount of load they can take, the amount of self-healing that goes on in the body is incredible. It's a long habit that we have had, and one little mistake snaps things. Right? So I would say lifestyle and posture.
Great. Amazing. So as we all know that you're teaching this spine course, if you can tell us a little more about, in specific, what all we'll get to learn there.
Yeah, so I'll give you a little sneak peek in there if you tell me. So, I have broken down the spine. I'm not broken the spine, but yeah, there's a poster up here, to get the details on when, how, where, timing, duration, and all that for the workshop. But what it is about really is spine is SPINE. So I talk about, so these letters only, S is for strength, because a lot of our strength comes with how our spine is, how our core is, how we move our spine, how well the spine can move. Then it's about posture, because like I told you, the posture has a lot of effect on the spine. So first is on how to gain strength by doing very controlled movements, to have little movements in different parts of the spine so that that particular area can be strengthened in a controlled manner. Then we work with posture, piece for posture. So how to sit, how to stand, how to walk, how to lie down, all of that we discuss. Then eyes integration, like I told you, when I'm turning my head to the side or twisting, it's not that I'm moving one particular vertebra, but many times we cannot have integrated movement with the whole spine, which is why our spine is so much in problem. A person has a low back issue, but it is actually coming because the thorax is not moving, which is the spine in the chest region. So we do certain movements which allow integrated movement of the spine. So we fix a certain part, move a certain part, like that. Then nuances of movement, small movements that will allow us to move our spine better, go a little beyond what our original movement is. And E is, of course, the whole, we can feel that whole energy flow with the whole spine, with the whole body. We feel so much energetic if we have moved the spine in this particular controlled manner. So it's a lot of movements with the spine, but very simple ones. Nothing with too much of strength or no gadgets, nothing. And also I talk about my few favorite health gadgets which can help the spine be much better. Some super inexpensive things and changes that we can do in our lifestyle so that the spine feels better. So, and also, of course, different movements of the cervical area, of the lower back, of the lumbar spine, of the thoracic spine. So individual movements are also there, and movements that can club up and influence the whole spine. All of those we cover in this 2-day workshop. So we do some on one day to prepare the body for the next day. And then on the second day, we repeat all of that along with few add-ons that we do.
Wow.
And I have to add here, my mother-in-law, in fact, she's been having a little bit with the neck and all of that. And she actually said, that I was thinking what to do. And so I was teaching this workshop and she happened to be at home. So she sat around and she did few of them, and she's really sincere. So she kept doing them for a few weeks, 2-3 weeks. And she said, after a lot of months, I actually feel better, because my neck, my back it's bearable. At least it's not troubling me so much. So it starts to get better. And of course, when she did it for a longer time, she was much better. A lot of people have reported that.
Right. Amazing. So thanks for sharing with us all these valuable insights. And I am personally looking forward to your workshop, and I hope everyone who's watching this session is looking forward as well. So hope to learn more secrets of having a healthy spine and a healthy life in turn. Anything else you would like to add, Dr. Ankita?
No, just this, I would really invite all of you. Okay, who can do, who cannot do. A lot of people, most people can do this workshop. Of course, anyone who has a very acute spine injury, I would suggest don't do all of it. You can just do the ones which you can do sitting and comfortably. But otherwise, literally, even children can learn this. Someone who's a little aged can also do this. A lot of things are done just sitting. And then, of course, so all age groups can do. Everyone can do. Even if you have had an old spinal injury, you can do, because it doesn't allow to get a recurrence. Post-surgical people who have had a spine surgery a little while back, obviously immediately after you can't do, but if you've already started with movement physiotherapy, you can start doing these, because they add on. And this is something where we can't change our lifestyles, we can't change our jobs, right? We won't leave our job and just go running to find something where we can just move around all the time. So our jobs are demanding, our lifestyles are demanding. There's so little time to invest in health, even though I can see a lot of people are interested these days. But this is something, if you notice in this seminar, we will teach exercises and movements which would hardly take 30 seconds or 1 minute of your time to do. And they are not a full sequence. You can pick and choose 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And just 5-10 minutes, if you invest in doing these daily, you are investing in a strong spine. When I say you are investing in a strong spine, you are investing in better strength, good posture, integrated movement, getting to those nuances of movement which you couldn't do, and being fully energetic. So it's literally about getting that spine back to be able to do what all you've been wanting to do but can't because your spine restricts you. And in all probabilities, it is also something that would really allow you to not have or not invite spinal problems at a later stage in life, because it really makes you, it's more curative and preventive, both. Yeah. So I would really invite you to join for the workshop.
Great. So I think we have the details on the screen, and you can note down. It's starting from Tuesday the 22nd. And once again, thanks, Dr. Ankita, and thanks for sharing these amazing secrets and tips about the spine. And we hope to learn more in your session. And do we have any questions from the live chat? If we can. So somebody is asking, like, if I have a healthy spine, I can also do the session, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's really preventive so that the spine stays healthy. And because our lifestyles are so challenging and we can't devote so much time, just for posture and all and the awareness and everything all the time, it doesn't stay. Just these little movements, if we do 5, 7, 10 minutes a day, they can give us a really good and great spine for a longer period of time.
Another question we have is, I've gone to certain spine care programs, and I feel my spine gets more weak or hurt by doing these programs. So whereas I'm looking for, resting the spine and making it stronger. So will that be taken care of?
Yeah, like I said, that this program is very different. It's not like where I'll make you do exercises in general with the lower back, neck, just this, that. These are, you'll notice they are very simple, controlled movements. And of course, you can do whatever suits you, but it generally doesn't have something which would make a pain go worse, or, even none of these are contraindicated in any of the spinal conditions, also, the ones that we would be teaching. And it's most of them, like I told you, are just sitting. I am adding a lot of things in this which a person can do just sitting at their desk, sitting at their jobs, and most of the things which you can do while doing certain things, so you don't have to take out time separately for doing them. So they are not those kind of movements which are I would say like a particular type of a training, but these are small movements, controlled movements, which allow the glide of the vertebra better over each other.
Right.
Hmm.
So the next question is, I have a chronic backache, and my doctors asked me not to do any exercises. I think that goes for the shoulder,
Yeah.
frozen shoulders too. The doctors, most of the times, they tell you don't do anything anymore.
Yeah. See, obviously, that's what I said. If you have an acute issue where you can't move, then I would suggest you can still be around, watch it, write it down, do certain. You will see this workshop will have something for everyone. Okay. And of course, if I have a sprained neck, I will not say that you move at that time. That's what I'm saying. Anyone who has anything acute at that moment, which means that you have just had a frozen shoulder or a sprained neck or a sprained back, you can avoid the things which allow you to use that particular area. But like I said, we will have things for every different portions of the spine. You can do some isolated movements if you wish, which do not allow you the movement of the shoulder or do not allow you the movement of the thing. But yes, of course, if you have something acute going on, then it would be a little challenging for you or difficult for you to do these. And I would actually suggest that you join the next workshop. Yeah.
That also reminds me of one of the feedbacks I've heard from, somebody I know personally who joined your spine care program. She could not bend, like not even 50%, but now she's able to touch the ground. So, and it was the same case where the doctors asked us not to move. So, yeah. So I guess that's it. And
Yeah.
thank you for your time, and hope we'll all get to learn more in this spine program.
So maybe we can just show them two little movements
Oh,
which
yes.
people can do. Yeah.
Okay.
So what we'll do, very simple things we'll do. Okay. So a lot of us feel tension here, this region is kind of tense for a lot of people because we are like this or like, or hunched or anything. So very simple things we'll do, because you mentioned shoulder. So this is shoulder and this area of the spine. So we all have a collarbone, right? So we'll put one hand just under the collarbone, anywhere, doesn't matter. Just so the collarbone just under the collarbone anywhere, and you can just keep holding there. Light press, not much. And we'll bring the hand up. No, so you will have to have you are pressing the opposite side, which hand you are moving. Shikha, you have your hand on the other side. You're pressing the collarbone of the opposite side. Yeah, the same side. Yeah. And then just in and out. You will feel something move under your hand here, what you are pressing. This kind of opens a lot of things, makes the shoulder move better.
Yeah.
Again, the opposite side. So just under the collarbone, touch here, you can press a little and the hand in and out. You'll notice exactly what's under your hand, that muscle is moving. Very good. And one last thing we'll do, it's a little, it's actually very simple, but some people find it difficult in the sense to just get it. So the hand is just, straight like this. So it's bent 90-degree like that. So if you know this, if you can do like this, just open the hand like this so that your fingers are pointing forward. Now, all we have to do is we'll move the neck like this, like we are nodding, and the hands will go front and back. So how? The moment the hand goes in front, the head will go the opposite direction. And hand comes back, head comes to the same side. This. Just this. Just this, if we can do this, whole area tension will ease out. So these are all very controlled movements, where we use different levers and different groups of muscles, bring about a glide. Then the other side. Same thing, do this, open the arm so that the fingers are pointing forward, head tilted to the opposite side, hand goes forward. Head tilted to the same side, elbow comes back. Just this much. And relax. If while doing this, if you feel heaviness and pain here initially, it is because so much tension is. Then last is just we'll take the hands and we'll push the hands to the head and head to the hands. Just move a little and relax. And just feel this portion. You'll automatically feel it become softer.
Yeah.
It just becomes soft and you have not done much movement. So
Yes. It's really like it's freeing. And I had a long day, so I could feel the contrast.
yeah.
Amazing. So that really gives us a peep into, what amazing things are in store.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot. And anything else you wanna add?
That's it.
Part
Just
pick.
giving you that, yeah, these little things, if we just keep moving, like I told you, I'll just repeat again, motion is lotion and movement is medicine. So this is something, just little things, just on the hour, every hour, if we can do just this much, how long does it take? 30 seconds, 40 seconds? But it allows the spine to be better. Once you can do this, something then you can do with the lower back, something you can do with the middle back. So like that, if we can just do little movement every hour, every couple of hours, then our spine stays healthy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. So Yeah, now I'm personally looking forward to this session. And great. Thank you for your time once again. And we'll meet you soon.
Thank you so much, Shikha.
I hope all of you also enjoyed the session as much as I did. And we'll see you on 22nd. Take care.